Hi all, right, welcome back to more Space Empires 4X, playing the one player Alien Empire scenario on hard mode, on the hard level anyway. This is part 5, I think. Yeah, so like I say, I'm in a different environment at the moment, so I'm not sure about the light. It looks okay just now, but the lights that I've got here are not great, so as it gets darker, I'm not sure if this will still be an option to do any recording or not, but we'll see. It's alright now, and I should get this part done, but I'm not sure if later on, because we'd like to try and get more in, like, but. Okay, so I left that. We had just done economic phase 3, and we're on turn 1. The red have a fleet out halfway towards our colonies. The blue have just launched a fleet. They're both only 10 points, so we did build ourselves a destroyer, and we've got a scout up there to try and take care of the red one. But I mean, we've got the blue one. Well, hopefully the 2 scouts can take care of that. Let's say it is only 10 points, so it's either going to be 1 scout or 1 destroyer we're going to be up against. Depending on if they upgrade the ship size or not, which I think, actually, no, they both got points. Didn't I say they're going to do that, aren't they? So in actual fact, clearly they're both going to, because it's an automatic roll from ship size 1 to 2, and they've got 20 points each. So that tells us definitely that that is going to be a destroyer, and so should that be. That's got a little bit further to come. On saying that, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's got a bit more to come as well. But I still think it'll definitely do the ship size 2. Okay, so what other things we've got to keep an eye on that clearly, but we want to progress and build some more economy and get things moving. So we've got, well, we definitely want to discover this, because this should be our last planet. In actual fact, yeah, that's a no-brain move then. That scout needs to come in here. So, and then our miners, this looks like it's got something. It does, so it's going to drop it off here. I think so. It'll be able to come out and grab another one, take it back as well, so that's good. The other miner, yeah, it's got minerals here, so it's going to go and grab that, can bring that one back as well. Right, what did we build? We built 3 extra pipelines, and I wanted to say we could get them now. This colony ship, but we abandoned the idea of that. And again, if we went back to that now, then that would change its target from there to there. So again, we're still kind of stuck with having to avoid that option. Right, but there's a planet here that we know, and that's that planet there. And I built another colony ship, so it's going to come through the pipelines. So there's a pipeline here, and there's a pipeline here, and there's a pipeline here. So it can move into here, but because there's extra pipeline, it gets to move a second hex, as long as it's staying in the pipelines. And these pipelines are going to do the same, come through that as well. All 3 of them, Grant? Right. Just cramming everything into this hex now. I think it's all 3 of them. Because let me just double check before I want 1 in here, 1 in here, and 1 in here. That's right, so they're all there, and now they're all 2 away from where they want to go. Excellent. Right, and then the colony ship, this colony ship's going to move here, this colony ship, well, he can start moving now as well, so across to there. Right, that's the colony ships and the pipelines. that scout, because we have to go there. We've got this scout to consider. Well, I don't want to take chances with him because we've got this blue fleet coming, so he's just as well sitting tight, to be honest. What I was thinking, no, that doesn't work, does it? If I want the two scouts to attack the blue fleet together, I can't put them both in one of these planets, because then it'll be defended. Well, where's the blue going to go? Did we decide that? Because it's got this, it's going to have this, and this as options too. So can we game it in a way that it goes for the one we want? Maybe not. 1, 2, 3. So it can't reach anything in the first economic phase, but then 1, 2, it reaches that in the second economic phase on the second turn. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So they're all the same. So if I defend this one, it'll go for one of these two. If I defend that one, it'll go for one of these two. You know. If I defend all three, I want to say it'll go for that one because it's got the highest thing. But I'm not going to be able to do all that. I'm only going to have 2 scouts. So again, I think we're going to have to attack it. Which isn't the best because thing is, it's a destroyer this time. It's going to outclass our scouts anyway, so does it matter? Doesn't matter if we're attacking or defending, they're going to get to attack first no matter what there. So maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll just keep these scouts close together then. I'll just move him back into there, I think. Right, now and then we've got our situation about the red fleet. So now 1, 2, 3 yeah, all these are viable targets. Now this one's not up to 5 yet, so it's still between these two at the moment. That's where it's going to be looking. I don't know what matters which one. Again though, Grant, it can't reach in this economic phase. Yeah, I forgot about that. So we have a chance to build more ships for the blue fleet as well. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So we do have a chance to get a wee bit more, an extra ship maybe. So should we take that chance? Well, he's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to end up here. Well, he's not going to go in a black hole, is he? Pretty sure it says that they don't do that. They will not enter hexes with supernovas or black holes. Asteroids and nebula do not affect their movement. They still affect combat though. But because of this, an AP will sometimes have a choice on whether to stop in open space in asteroids or in nebulas. If it knows it's going to benefit, but like I think I said in the last part, I'm not sure it knows. It doesn't know what this ship is, to be honest. At the moment, it's not came into combat with me, so it doesn't know. It doesn't have the knowledge. Technically, if you're playing 2 players, this would be upside down as well as what that is. And it'd have one of these counters on top underneath it. And your opponent wouldn't know what the number was as well, I believe. I've not played it multiplayer, so but that's my take on how it works. So if he goes, so he's not going to go into that hex. So is it going to be that hex for sure? It is. That's where he's going to end up. Now, what happens if we move our forces into that hex, though? It's the only bit that talks about. It says, if an AP fleet can attack a single revealed ship. Now, this is what I was just saying here. None of these are revealed. And like I say, it's probably quite difficult to track that, I think, completely in the game. You know, like, if he had combat with that and we defeated the red player, then he would have knowledge of this, what it was, throughout the rest of the game. Not just him as well, that transfers to both alien players. So the blue and the red, this would be exposed, but there's no real way. I mean, rather than taking notes, I suppose. But I mean, he wouldn't know what this was, this destroyer, until we actually had combat with it. And it's the same for our technology. He would know right away what our technologies would be. They've got to become open knowledge. And I think, again, if you played the multiplayer game, you'll know how that it works the same way, I think. But it says if an AP fleet can attack a single revealed ship without delaying its reaching its destination, it will. It will avoid combat with non-single ships, and in brackets, go around them, as long as doing so would not delay them from reaching its destination. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, we know that its first move is either going to be into here or into here. It could be random between the two. Its second move would be, well, it wouldn't go into here, because that's not getting close. Well, actually, it's only 2 away, but then it's got to go through the black hole, so that makes no sense. I'm definitely going to look at that one and say, wait, I'm not randomising that. And in the rules, it says it's my choice, so I wouldn't have it doing that. Because if it goes here for 1, here for 1, it's then got to go back here for 1, because it can't go in the black hole. So if it goes here for 1, I'm definitely going to move it into here. If it goes here for 1, it can go into either again. But ultimately, this one's not going to count, because remember, it's got 3, it gives out 3 CPs, these give out 5. That was a break. Well, I say it's a breakdown, but like I said, it talks about it here as being if there are no undefended colonies, but multiple defended colonies. But I think this should also say that if you've got multiple undefended colonies, then you should follow this tiebreak as well. I mean, I'm going to go with that, but let me know if there's another way I should be doing it. So it says, if there are no undefended colonies but multiple defended colonies that it can reach in the same number of economic phases, then it will move towards the colony that it can reach in the fewest number of moves. If still tied, it will move towards the colony that is the largest. If still tied, it will move towards the colony that brings it closer to the player's homeworld. If still tied, the player chooses where to move the fleet. So, if I move there, it's still tied between these two, not considering this one because it's got lower CPs. It then moves there, it's still tied between the two, and then it's going to move there or there. Thing is, this is going to bump up to 5, but not until this has moved 3 spots. So 1, 2, so it's got to end here. Then this will become a 5, but however it's adjacent to these two. So as long as I don't defend both of these. So in actual fact, it's got to move into there, hasn't it? If I put stuff in the way there, and let's just say it moves here, could it then suddenly change to this one? I don't think so. Because this one is then further away, isn't it? No, hold on though, Grant. Hold on. See, I've got caught out a couple of times with this in the game I played yesterday. Because of this, I then realised that, all of a sudden it's changing its direction, it's going for something else. Because it can't reach these in this one economic phase here, and it can't reach this one either, if it went here and here, or here, and then I put my forces in there, it then suddenly makes this reachable, isn't it? And the same. Is that what would happen? Right, hang on. I'm trying to sort of work this out here. Let's just say I'm chucking Scout 4 into there, right? That's a single shot though. Right, we've got Scout 4 and Scout 5. Just to try and work this out. So, it moves here, randomly between these two. It moves here randomly between these two. So it's sitting here. Let me just get sitting here, and it's always been targeting these two. We're not exactly sure which one. I think I get to decide. I think. Again, I would probably randomise it, but I'm not going to let them get to there anyway. So that's it. Moved 2 spaces, and so on turn 3, it's 2 away from that, 2 away from that, and it's 2 away from that. It can't reach them all in this phase. We know that, but it can reach every one of them in the next phase. However, it's not considering this because of the tiebreaker, which, yeah, you're probably going into this a bit too much, Grant, aren't you? If an enemy fleet can attack a single revealed ship, right, it says it will avoid combat with non-single ships. It will go around them as long as doing so would not delay them from reaching its destination. Well, see, that does suggest that it could go here and it's adjacent to that, Grant, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. I think it can divert slightly because then it's adjacent to that, and that brings that into it, to be honest, because then that becomes a 5 next turn. Okay, so I can't sit there and just like allow them to come into that hex beside me, right? Fair enough. Let me put these back. So I guess I'm trying to be the defender, eh? Well, have I not just said though that that's going to be a destroyer anyway? Yeah, but I've got a destroyer involved too. So, yeah. Okay, so the thing is, I'm talking about I can build another ship, but it's not going to get there in time as well, is it? Because if I'm wanting to battle here, that's 2 away, and it's going to be sitting adjacent to it. God, this is for a wee measly 10 fleet, Grant. Come on. Well, I've not got much more. I've not got much more than the 10 that it's got, to be honest. At the moment, I've got 15 points worth of strength, haven't I? Like, points worth of ships. The destroyer and the scout. Okay, so and actually I don't want to go back through the black hole. Right, so he's coming in here. Destroyer. So if the destroyer moves into here, that means this is defended. That means he heads for that one. Or if I do it the other way about, it's vice versa. Right, I'm going to bring the destroyer in here, I think. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so is that all your movement? I think it is. All I can see is pipelines, shipyards left. Yeah, so that's my movement, explore, combat explore on turn 1. So red player. So right, so now his target is this, because I'm defending this colony. Light on that, alright. Does that look kind of glary? I'm not sure why. Right, so it can go either here or here, can't it? Yeah, so I'm going to say odd, even, and roll dice down here. Yeah. So I've rolled even, so it's going to go in beside this planet here. Yeah. Right, and then... Right, well that's a red player. So what about the blue then? I think it's a bit more straightforward. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Right, so, well, I've said that his only target is this at the moment, but we're going to bring new targets for it in as well. But I think they're all the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Thing is, this is one thing I noticed. If I randomise, if I was to select the hex that went into, because right now that's its target, okay? So it can go there or there and get closer to it. If it's my choice and I say, right, it goes into there, it's now 1, 2, 3, 4 away from that one, right? And it's 1, 2, 3, 4 away from this one. But I've now took this one out of the game because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from this one by moving there. Now, if I was to have moved it here, it's still 1, 2, 3, 4 away from this, 4 away from this, but it's also still 4 away from that. So, I mean, I'll just randomise, but it could take that one out of the equation, like I say. I mean, this isn't a colony as of yet, at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be. So I'm going to randomise between these two. Again, this is odd, this is even. But I mean, I don't know, you could see, you could gain that a little bit if you're the one that's making that choice. Oh, I'm saying it won't go for this one. That's not technically true. It's still got 2 economic phases to get to this one. So it could change. If I defend that, it then changes its mind. You know? Right, odds, the one up top, even. Right, so it's went even, so it stayed this way. That's probably not the result I wanted, but anyway. Maybe I should be making these choices for myself, and this sort of doesn't quite feel right, but like I say, I think the game starts to get tough. Okay, that's it. That's turn 1 over, isn't it? So let me reset everything. Okay, so I'm sure you noticed I made a little error there. I've just tilted everything back, but I forgot to do this explore. That is the last home system tile, so and well, we've calculated it to be a planet, but I should have revealed this. It doesn't make any difference to any of the movement that was made, because remember, it's not a colony yet. Right, so it is indeed a planet, and that was that. Scout should have revealed that. Okay, so everything back. We're on to turn 2, and we go again with all that. Right, hopefully you didn't need to spend all that time thinking it through now, Grant. Right, what we got? We've got right, well, the colony ships are, well, this one's got to yeah, this one's got to come in here to get there. Now, should I wait before moving on to that one then? Does that do anything for me? I think the fact that moved along this way, I don't think it does. Because now this is still its target. However, no, hang on. If I do go into that, well, that's still going to be its target because it's producing 1 colony point. And although they're both the same away, they're not defended, blah, blah, blah. Remember, scout doesn't count as defense. So it would still be there. So I'm still going to randomise between there and there. So again, if it goes there, it's getting closer to that. However, it's then 1, 2, 3 away from that, and 1, 2, 3, 4 away from that. So, but it doesn't matter. You've said that if you make this a colony, it's still going to target that anyway, Grant. Okay, so I'm going in. So that's going in there. Right, so that's now 2 colonies it's got that are close, but this is producing 1, so that's the tiebreaker. Right, minerals coming back here. With a miner that could go out and get more minerals here. So he comes out into here and he's going to be able to drop them back off as well on the last turn. So colony ships moved, right, the pipelines. So we've got a pipeline in there. We need no, we don't need a pipeline in there, Grant. We need one in here. So this one goes into here. And I don't know, I sort of, when you look at it, I mean, I've moved that pipeline into there, but in this one, could have actually moved in here. This is the one that's set up as the pipeline, so technically I could just move that into there and then move that one into there, and then that's connected. But I think if it would sometimes matter to, if it was your third turn and you could set it up that way, then that would work. But it doesn't matter to me here because this one's going to move into here next third turn. Right, let's finish the second turn movement for them. So I think they're both going in here, aren't they? Yeah, so they're both going there. So then turn 3, this one goes into here, connection. This one goes into here, after the colony ship's in there, connection. And then this one goes into here, and then connection. So, and then I got worked out, there was the 6, So that's good. So I've got, what have I got now? I've got Scout 2 over here. And Scout 3 that haven't moved. Yeah, I suppose they've just got to go and try and get the job done, I think. That's again, if I can build something else before that blue fleet gets there, but it's not going to be able to get down with pipelines maybe. So one, right, let me see, open things up a little bit. So that's turn 2, that's turn 3, 1, 2. If I built something, this is the only place I can build stuff. Because I've not got the pipeline in there, the pipeline comes, so I'd go 1, 2, that'd be turn 1, and that'd be turn 2, so I'm not reaching the planet. No, I can't do it. So I think you just go and hunt that blue fleet down yourself. This is turn 2, it's going to move there. So I can't reach it anyway, can I? I don't like going there. Yeah, I don't like going deep space. And remember, I can't enter deep space. So if I go there and then that's going to be a defended planet. But again, because it's producing, this is still going to be its target. So I think that's fine. I'm just going to leave this 2 scouts there, I think. Slowing things down there a little bit as well. I mean, I can't take a chance and go and search deep space with them, because I can't risk losing one of them. Okay, right, and then up the other side, we've just got the destroyer and the scout. So the scout's got to make a move, and yeah, and I'll probably just move the scout back into there, and then these both can move in when he comes. That's about the best I can do, I think. Okay, that's my movement, I think. And nothing to explore this time. Okay, so red player. Yeah, again, these are his 2 targets, so he could go here or here. So yeah, I'm going to randomize this. No, hang on, this is defended. So it's looking here. Yeah, calling it, it's undefended. So, but here's 1, 2 away from that, and here's 1, 2 away. So this is odd, this is even. I've rolled a 9, so it's going to go move into the asteroids. Yeah, yeah, I'm just going to move it into asteroids. It talks. It's difficult to work out there. If I had knowledge on what this ship was, let's just say, what are asteroids again? Do they affect the attack or the defense? Asteroids. It's near the beginning of the book there, so that's in it. Right, why am I not finding asteroids? Ah, there we go. There's Nebula anyway, so it must be here. Right, the combat is occurring in a system with an asteroids marker. The attack technology level of all units in the combat is considered 0, regardless of the player's technology level. In addition, the class of all ships in the combat is considered to be E, regardless of what is printed on the counter. The firing order of the ships is determined solely by the tactics technology of the firing units involved. Yeah. Right. And then Nebula does the same but with defense. And it also affects the class of the ship. Reduces them all to E. So let's just say that it knew that I had an attack technology of 1 and it didn't have an attack technology. Then I think that's when you say, right, it's not going to move into there, it's going to move into here. I mean, it does have the choice between the two, but the thing is, it could be beneficial for him to be in the asteroids as well. Because I could work it out what I think he's maybe going to build, what his fleet consists of, sorry. I mean, I think I've worked it out it's going to be a destroyer. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Because it's only got 10 points. If it had 12 points, it could have maybe been a destroyer, it could have been a cruiser, or it could have been two scouts. So that would maybe depend on a die roll as well. So, but if it had attack 1, if it knew I had attack 1 and it didn't, it knew we were both going to be reduced to E's anyway. So if he's a class D and I'm an E, if we fight in here, we're both E's. However, if I've got tactics, sorry, I said attack technology. I meant tactics 1, sorry, because attack gets wiped out in there. Let's say he's got attack technology of 2. I've got 1 of 0, but I've got tactics of 1. He's got no tactics. Then I'm going to get to fire first in that combat, no matter what his ship is, because we're both going to be reduced to E's, but because I've got the tactics. But it doesn't know what I've got, and that's, I mean, all I can take from that, and it's the very first bit about AP fleet movement. During its turn, AP fleets move differently from DMs. They will not enter hexes with supernovas or black holes. Asteroids and nebula do not affect their movement. See, it says they don't affect their movement there as well. I think I spoke about this already. So my take on that is, if it had 2 movement points, it could move right through the asteroids and into the next hex. That's all I can take from that. Because for us, we have to stop when moving into asteroids. The only way you can skip through them is if it's connected by, like, see this asteroids here? With the pipeline. We're going to be able to move. If I was here, I could move 1, 2, sorry, well, it's just that one's not set up yet. 1, 2, I can move right through that asteroids. Now, that's only because you're going through the pipeline. So it says, because of this, an AP will sometimes have a choice on whether to stop in open space in asteroids or in nebulas. Whenever this choice is to be made, the AP will always stop in the hex that benefits them the most in combat when comparing the known technologies of the AP and the human player. An AP will never move less than its full movement to stop in such a hex, however. See, so it doesn't know anything about my technologies. I mean, does that sort of mean it should play it safe? Well, it doesn't really say that, does it? It's not going to matter in this case, but I mean, I could be sitting with Tactics 1 right now, and it's possible I would talk about doing it. If I was, in fact, I may then move into the asteroids and attack it. But it doesn't know if I've got it or not. Surely in this that case then, Grant, it should play it safer and just move into the hex with the minerals, no? Because that knows it's not... Well, no, that's not technically true either. It could have tactics 1. Because we go into the next economic phase. It's got 20 technology points just now. Let's just say all... how many dials is it again? 2? Let's just say both dials are technology. It's then got 40 points of technology. 10 of which it's definitely going to upgrade its ship size to. Because that's a 1 to 10 roll. That's the first thing you check. It's a guaranteed one. The first... Between 1 and 10, 1 and 2 ship size. As long as it's got at least 20 points. That's only going to cost him 10. He's then going to have 30 points. He's then going to roll in that table. And if he rolls in that table and gets tactics, then he's winning that, isn't he? I think I'll just leave it like that, but if anybody wants to comment and say that it should be played safer and by it moving into there, I don't know. I mean, I've randomised the... but I mean, I've randomised it, but it says in the rules that I should make the choice. It should be me that decides. However, there is a rule that says it'll not move into asteroids and nebula if it's going to be detrimental to it. But it's not in this case, but I don't know. Yeah, okay, right, Grant, come on. Okay, so that's where it's going. That's the red players moved blue. Okay, so now blue's got 2 colonies within the same amount. However, this is producing 1, this is producing 0. So it could still go here or here. I'm going to say odd, even. Oops. And again, we kind of want it to go up the way, really. So we kind of want an odd roll. I've got a 7, so it is odd. So it's going to move into here. It's not a huge, probably not a huge big deal, but it now means that the next turn, 1, 2, this is only 3 hexes away. This is 3 away. But this one's 4 away now because it moved up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, okay. Right, that's all movement. That's turn 2 done. Right, that's everybody straightened up, and we'll move on to the final turn. It's getting a bit duller in here, but I think the light's okay. I think it's okay. I don't know if I could put if I can put my torch on the camera. I think I might have tried that before. I'll persevere for now. I've not watched any of the stuff back, which is probably a bit of a mistake. I probably should have done that. I certainly should have looked at just the first 5 minutes to see if it looked and sounded okay, because I'm in a different sort of bit. But anyway, right. Let's get this turn taken care of. Right. So turn 3, last turn of round 3. What we got? Right. So we've got minerals here to go back. Now hang on. Because it can drop them off here, Grant, and there's minerals adjacent here. I was automatically just going to go back there, which is what I would have done in the past, not thinking I could drop them off here, but there you go. You learn something new every day. Where's the other miner? He's up there, he's already dropped off, so he's going to come out and get that one. That's a no-brainer then. So I think, yeah, he'll drop off here and then he's adjacent to these ones. So he comes in here, drops these off here. So pipelines. This pipeline comes into here, and this pipeline doesn't matter. I don't. Well, this colony ship's going in there then, right? And then the pipeline's in. So now we've got a connection. This is a colony. This is a colony. There's no colony here, but how have we got 2? Ah, right, this one's going out to here as well. Got about that. Yeah. So, colony, colony, colony. All connected by pipelines. There's no colony here, but there's a pipeline connection. into this colony with a pipeline, into this colony with a pipeline, into this colony with a pipeline, and then back home. So that's connecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is superb. And I think I'll probably just settle on that. I mean, the other 2 home planets are across here. I think that glare's coming from that light above, actually. I think that's maybe what it is. There's not an awful lot I can do about that. I need all the light I can get as time goes on anyway. It's not bad to now, but okay, well, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, we've got these 2 here, but I mean, connecting them up, we need another, this one we need 1, 2, 3 pipelines just to connect it up to get 1 extra point. This one we'd only need 2, admittedly. 1, 2. So, if anything, maybe this one. And then after that, it's just barren planets, so you've got to get terraforming technology to be doing that. Don't get me wrong, if this was a barren planet, it's close by. If these were barren planets, there's a barren planet here. This is our home system one. But to connect that, I'd also need terraforming technology and then 2 pipelines to connect right through. It might work. It might mean that we want to do something like that, but I think we're going to have to spend our resources maybe a bit more smarter than that, probably. Okay, so that's the colony ship and pipeline movement, isn't it? And the miners. Did that take care of both miners as well? Yes. So, right. Yeah, we're still just going to hang back, aren't we? Yeah, why didn't I have my destroyer out here and then we could have went in there? Because attacking the asteroids wouldn't have mattered anyway. Ah, well, okay. Well, we know it's going to move into this hex. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I think I worked it out. I'm not gonna take the chance. So I'm going to move this back into just in beside the destroyer. So we know this is defended. This is undefended, but he's going to move into here because this is closest. Yeah, okay. I think that's it. I think that's all our movement in it. Yeah. Okay, so, well, red player, it's nice and simple. He's moving into here this time. We don't need to roll dice because he's not going to consider moving into the black hole. And then the blue player, so again, 1, 2, this is his closest, this is his target. So in actual fact, he can move into either one of these. So again, I'm going to say odd, even. And roll dice. I keep putting them back in. Right, it's even this time, so he's staying there. So he's moved from being 1, 2, 3 away to 2 away. He's also 2 away from this, but again, like we said, this one's producing more. Is going to be producing more resources. Okay, that's all the movement. That's all the turns over. Right, let's straighten everybody up. And we now move into our economic phase 4. Okay, give me a second. Right, I was on pause there for a little bit. I feel like it's getting a little duller. Well, I'll just plod on and we'll see. So economic phase 4, yeah. Right, let's get some paperwork out and see what we're doing. So, grabbing the minerals first. No, 3 this time, I think, which is good. And this one on this new colony. Okay. So, and how many colony points do we have? We've got, these two have been upgraded to 5s now, so 20, 30, 33, 34. Yeah, 34. Right, so 34, we carried over 2. 34 plus 15 in minerals. Yeah, gonna get some strange shadows coming in as well, unfortunately. So, right, and then let's just check our pipelines to be sure. I want to say it's 6 because again we found out, well, in fact it's both of these that are affected, isn't it? I wouldn't have thought this would have worked before, but there you go. In fact, I wouldn't have scored myself for these points. I would have had to wait until these became 1s, but we've found a couple of comments on that, so it must be right. So these all connect through pipelines. Pipeline. There and there. All connected. So we count up the colonies we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3. There's not 1 there. 4, 5, and 6. So 6 points. I mean, that doesn't seem a lot of points, but just looking down there to how many pipelines we've spent, and if I don't do any more, we've spent 9, 18, 24 points on pipelines. 24, so we've got back 11 of that 24, but we're going to get 6 from now on, right through the rest of the game, unless, of course, the aliens make that, take out some of the colonies, right? Get these minerals away. Okay, so our total there is 34, 40, 55, 57. This is getting a bit nicer. Our maintenance, right, just looking up, we've still got the 3 scouts. We added a destroyer, which has got a hull size of 1, so we've upped our maintenance to 4, which leaves us with 53. Right, okay, so what do we want to do with that? Well, I'm not really sure. Let's have a look. Like I say, to the 2 fleets that are out there just now, I don't think there's much that we can do. No, there isn't. Because if I was to take tactics on, I need to upgrade my ships, which means that they can't move. Well, they need to be at a shipyard to start with as well, so that doesn't help. Same with if I bought attack technology of 1, they wouldn't benefit from that again until they're upgraded. So none of that really helps. I think ship size 3 would be good to go at. Then it allows me to get cruisers. Obviously, again, it's not going to help any of these battles, because I can't get something down to here to get involved with this in time as well. It's too far away. Even with the pipeline, if there'd been a pipeline in there, I might have been able to, because that would have been 1 to move right down to there. And then, yeah, he's only got 2 movement to get there. And then if I went in there, thing is, if I go and defend this one, and he's sitting there, if I defend this one, he then just goes in and goes in for that one. So I've got to go and meet him again there, as we're going to have to do with the Red Fleet as well. So I don't think there's anything that can help us there. So ship size 3 is 15 points. Cruisers are 12. Now, I'd probably like to get exploration as well. It's an R15. So that in total would be 30, 42. We've got 53. We don't need any more pipelines. We don't need any. We've got our miners. We don't need scouts. I could also add a colony ship, I suppose, to try and come out to this. Well, I think what I'd actually like to do is try and see if any of these are barren planets. But I don't want to chuck my scouts in there, because I might well be needing them for another couple of turns yet. It's different in the Doomsday scenario. You can chuck your scouts out there and just sort of sacrifice them, but because these fleets are coming in that quick, and they're not big fleets. Your scouts are have more of a use. I think that sounds good actually. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Whether I buy a colony here or not, a colony ship or not, I'm not sure. Let's just have a look. So I'm going to buy ship size. I'm going to buy 2 technologies here. I'm going to buy ship size 3 for 15, and I'm going to buy exploration down the bottom for 15. Okay, so let's add that in first. So SS3 15, and exploration 15. That's 30 of my 53, so I've got 23 left. Right, now cruisers. Oops. So cruisers need a ship size of 3, which we've got. Their hull size is 2, so we need to keep an eye on that, remember. And they can be equipped with exploration technology, which is what we've already got. So they're going to come in with that technology built in as well. So I'm going to purchase one of them for 12, and yeah, I think it's only going to be so CA times 1 for 12. 30, 42 leaves me 11. Then I could purchase another destroyer, I suppose, or I could buy a colony ship, and we could, what we could do, I suppose, would you not be better coming just directly there? Can I not reach there in the one economic phase? I mean, I can through pipelines. Well, even just direct from there, 1, 2, 3, I could reach that planet with a colony ship. It's probably better just doing that, really. Maybe not connect up with the pipelines, like I say. And I can always purchase other ships if I do find that there's barren planets. Remember, I need terraforming though as well, and that's 20 points. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, Grant. Right, other possibilities are shipyards. Right, here's the other thing then as well. I wouldn't have thought maybe this is the thing you can't do. Right, maybe this is what it's really made me think that these aren't established yet as colonies. I don't think I can build a shipyard here. I think that's what it is. So let's find that in the rules. I think that's maybe what I've been thinking and it's been throwing me. I might be wrong though, but let me go and have a look. Yes, indeed it is. It says here, let me see, regarding shipyards. Remember, shipyards don't need shipyards to be built, because how would you ever get one started? Same bases don't need shipyards either, but that's not really relevant to what I'm doing. But anyway, building shipyards. Shipyards may only be built at planets that produced income. And then in brackets it says not new or blockaded colonies. Blockaded as if there was an enemy there, I think. But not new. And it does say there it's got to have produced income. So that's, is it a base the same then? Probably. Base may be built at any friendly planet with an income producing colony, not new or blockaded. Yeah, okay. So that's what's been getting me thinking that these aren't established colonies yet, but it's only for their purposes. So I can't build a shipyard here or a base in any of the two. I was just thinking there, do I want to maybe build a shipyard with my extra points? And they're only 6. This wouldn't be a bad place to put one, because it's, it's further out and it's towards the blue planet, and we could start building up there. And once you've got one shipyard there, next turn I could build a destroyer or a scout. and it's further out. You know, it takes me time to come from the home planet, even with the pipelines. So should I do that instead of the colony ship? I don't know. And remember, shipyards don't count as defence as well, just in case. Yeah, I was thinking there about this blue fleet, but a shipyard's not considered defence. Okay. Well, it's either one or the other. I don't think there's anything else I'm wanting to consider. Shipyard would save an extra couple of points as well to carry over. As my guess is I might be looking to purchase another couple of cruisers next turn. I suppose it would have some defence for this planet as well, this colony. If we fail at taking that blue fleet out, it's still going to go in there and we would have a shipyard there, and it would be something at least. I mean, they've only got that because they can attack, yeah? They've got an attack of 3. And they're C-class as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And in actual fact, here's another thought. Well, no, there's no planets nearby though, is there? There's no planets nearby that one. Just saying I could build a colony ship at that next turn as well, and it's further down, but the 2 planets that we've got are over here. So, well, like I said, if we get to explore some of this and find that there's a couple of barren planets and we decide, right, it's worthwhile taking terraform in, I don't know. Still sort of thinking I could establish another colony here next turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the colony ship after all. I'm sure my scouts will take care of things. Yeah, so I'm not as convinced of that. I think I will build the shipyard. Well, yeah, and I'll do the. What I'll do is, can I get to the other? No, I can't. Can I? I can't get to that other planet in one economic phase, one movement. 1, 2, it's 4 hexes away. Unless I purchase movement, of course. Which I didn't. I purchased movement in the game I played yesterday. Oh, very late on, but it didn't feel like it was. Oh, that doesn't benefit colony ships anyway. Sorry, they don't benefit from that. Them and miners and pipelines don't get the extra movement, so that's not any good anyway. Okay, yeah, I definitely want to purchase. I don't want to change my mind here. All this needs to happen. 30, 42 does leave 11. So 11, if I buy colony ship, carry over 3. Scout carries over 5. Sorry, not a scout, a shipyard. Yeah, I'm going to go for the shipyard. I really don't know. I could see it being either way, and maybe it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go for a shipyard. So shipyard times 1, 4, 6. So my total is 30, 42, 48. Sorry. What am I doing? Okay, so 48 leaves 5. Yeah, 5. So 5 remaining. and then 5 gets carried forward. We did add another couple of points to our maintenance because the cruisers have a hull of 2, so we do have that. Okay, right, over to see what bad stuff they're going to do then. Right, so red player, I think they're both still just getting 2 rolls, aren't they? This is economic phase 4. They didn't get an extra one, so they're still on 2. A 1 would be the result that nets them an extra 1 in 3 turns. The rest is fleet tech or maybe defence. So 2 die rolls. Let's see what we get. I don't want to see a 1, a 2 and a 4. Right, pretty sure that's both into fleet, isn't it? 2 and a 4. 4 turn, yeah, as both into fleet. So 20 points in fleet. They stay with 20 in tech, they stay with 20 in defence, and I can notch up another 0 there. Right, and will they launch? This time it's a die roll of 1 to 5, so it's not a guarantee. They've got 20 points of fleet, they've only got 1 fleet out there, so they can launch on a 1 to 5. Kind of hope they don't. They don't, good. Just, you want to breathe. I mean, it means they build up for later and become worse, but you just want a bit of breathing space time to time. Right, so that's red done, isn't it? Yeah, and they've still got this 10 points of fleet. That's the one that's out there, and we're going to sort that out shortly once we move into the next, the first turn actually. We're going to have our first combat. Battle, whatever you want to call it. Right, so for the blue player, it's the same. 2 dice, no extra economic rolls, and we don't want to see a 1, so 2 dice to the roll. A 2 and an 8. Let's see, that's going to be 1 each, I think, which is probably quite good. So a 2 and an 8 on round 4. So one into fleet and 1 into tech. So 10 points into fleet and 10 points into tech takes something to 30. And they keep the 20 defense. We can add another 0 down there. Okay. Now, while they launch on a 1 to 5, the same. Again, I'd rather not. This one would only be 10 points though, so that's a 10, right. Okay, so no launches this time. We can take care of what they've got. That's everything. I think so, yeah. Yeah, and just looking at their technologies there, so red didn't take any more on, so it's still got 20. So what it's going to do is buy ship size 1, and that's all. So, and then it's going to have a destroyer. That's it. Blue has got 30 points in tech, so it'll actually take ship size 1. Ship size 2. I'm meaning. It'll take ship size 2, and it'll still have 20 left. So it'll roll, and it might get. You never know. It might get attack. Attack's only 20, isn't it? Or defense is 20. So it depends on the die roll there. So that could be bad, but right. Hey, anyway, that's all that, isn't it? Right. I'm probably wanting to cut this part though, but I think I'm coming straight back. I know it's getting duller, but I actually think the lights aren't too bad. What I should do is once I've uploaded this part before I start putting it together, just look at how that is right at the end of the video. I mean, it's not really, it's getting dark outside now. I mean, I'm clearly going to have a bit of light from the light in the darker areas because it's not that bright, but it's maybe not as bad as I thought. It's maybe still playable. Battery, just I don't know what it's with my phone. It seems to be really draining the battery, so I'm down under half again. I never got it fully charged up again, but I'll probably have to actually bring the cable across and try and plug it in if I want to continue. Right, I'll stop this for now though, but I should be just straight back, so see you in a bit. Cheers.